Well, I'm coming to you from Weeder's Digest. We're your lake and pond help desk. Today I want to walk you through our lawn irrigation pump, and I'm just going to go very quickly through the different components. Then I'll come back through and walk you through a few more details, and then make sure you've got the best information you need about purchasing this complete setup. So what it comes with is a complete package. Sells with the 1.5, or a 2 horsepower pump. Next, and we're just going to go right down the line here, we've got the irrigation intake hose, which what we bring in is a 2-inch. It's very flexible, very durable, designed for outside use, UV protected hose. Our standard length is 33 feet. Our next component in line, and these are not in line with those numbers that you see there, but then the next thing is the check valve. The check valve goes out at the end of the pump, or at the end of the hose, so that it allows you to make sure that you don't have to keep priming, so it'll hold the prime all season long. And then we've got our filter that works really good at keeping out the sediment, and with that, coming back through now, so those are kind of our main components. Then we've got the base that you see underneath the filter that keeps it up off the bottom. Now, I also do want to say that the filter and the stand look different if you're talking about our 2 horsepower. That we go to a much larger filter just because of the throughput of the water that is required. Now, the pump actually comes with a small base underneath it. It makes it stable so that you can either mount it to the base, and then it comes with stakes so that you can drive those stakes down into the actual ground if you've got soft ground, or of course you can always mount it to any kind of a slab or anything like that. Now we've also got it comes wired with a 110 or 220. That's your choice in the 1 and 1.5 horse. 2 horsepower always requires a 220 voltage. Now we've got quick connects on everything, so this thing goes together, and I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but you can put this together in 15 minutes. And even though I want to tell you you really should follow the instructions, you could do it without the instructions just by looking at this picture, because everything comes to you color coded so that you know exactly how everything goes together. And I would challenge anybody to try to top that by going to your local hardware store, plumbing store, Home Depot, whatever it might be. Guarantee you'll have 15 minutes just trying to find just each of those parts. Now, the other thing that we have is some additional options. So what we just talked about was the basic package. The basic package meaning that you've got the pump, the intake hose, the check valve, the filter, and then the stand that goes underneath the filter itself, and the stand that goes underneath the pump. Now, we do have a couple of optional items. One is what's called a 4-way brass nozzle. The 4-way brass nozzle allows you to hook up 4 garden hoses. Of course, 1 to 4 garden hoses. Each one has a shutoff on it, and so that comes off from the top, which has a 1.5-inch output. In addition to that, we do have what we call our T-assembly, and that T-assembly basically is just that. It comes up to the top and tees off where you actually have a valve, and then that valve can be used with a 1.5-inch output that also would have a quick connect, such as a fire hose setup. We do carry it in 50-foot lengths, which again is a very high quality UV protected flexible hose, but you can also buy that locally if you prefer. And again, that does have quick connects in it, and that is additional option. Now, you've probably got some more questions. I hope I've answered most of them, but one thing that I would encourage you to do is stop by our website called lawnpumps.com. Lawnpumps.com has a few more videos with a few more details to it. Then if you've got questions, of course, give us a call. Feel free to call us at 877-224-4899. Or if you want more information on this as well as other pond and lake products, I'd encourage you to stop by weedersdigest.com. We are your lake and pond help desk.